All right, my Trinot friends, hello everybody. You are with Craig Cotter and Dr. Boyce Burkle today for our product education series that we are kicked off, or that we've been doing now. This is our third week of doing our unbelievable product training, and we are so excited for our scientific advisory board and Dr. Burkle, who all of you saw at our Trinot Leadership Academy, and you've seen him on a few other videos that we've done. And Dr. Burkle, can you believe, I think you and I talked about vitamin C and vitamin D months ago, and it's just kind of crazy how fast time flies.
Absolutely.
Oh,
time
man.
flies.
It does. But we, again, are ecstatic to have you as one of our scientific advisory board members. And here in Trinot, and we all know, we've got incredible products here. And we just want to talk about a couple of those today for everybody to watch and digest and kind of pull out, different nuggets or different little pieces of not only doctor endorsement, but little educational pieces that you can pull from Dr. Burkle, maybe even myself. I think like you guys do, as associates. But Dr. Burkle, he's thinking from a whole nother level when it comes to health and body and science and why we need these particular things, or why it's good for our body to have these certain things. So Dr. Burkle, let's go into, if you don't mind, and I know, but let's talk about balance here. And if you don't mind, I'll kind of tee it up a little bit, and you can, just talk about the validity and the reasons why our body needs these vitamins and minerals and antioxidant support that come from balance. But if you don't mind, I'll just kind of tell, and you can, again, shoot me down if you want, or you can add to whatever you would like to do. But I like to have fun. I like to be real and kind of give people some things they can pull from this that they can go and speak confidently to other customers about, or other future associates about. But balance, to me, Dr. Burkle, obviously is a very necessary thing. Number one, our body needs vitamins. Our body needs minerals, and obviously antioxidant support to continue to help our body defend itself from all the other external things out there. But, would you say, or would you not say, as our foods have kind of changed over the last handfuls of decades, right? I mean, people say that an apple just doesn't have the potency when it comes to the nutrition that it had because of commercialization, weather, all these different things, climate. And so what I've been, educated on around balance is that our bodies just don't get as much pound for pound or packaged nutrients that we once did, several decades ago, or maybe even, maybe a generation or two ago. And our body really is kind of in need of these things just due to processed foods, these different things that we're doing so much on the go. Can you kind of speak to, your insight to that I just said, whether it's true or false, and B, why we need these key vitamins and why we need these key minerals that can be found in balance?
Well, you're absolutely right. Because of the processing of foods, because of the way we live, foods are transported for great. Foods are contaminated with antibiotics. They're contaminated with pesticides. They're contaminated with different chemicals, and so all those things affect the nutrient value of the foods. And so, to maintain our health, we have to supplement those nutrients that get lost through the processing, that get damaged through the various chemicals that affect them. And so we, by the very nature of our lifestyle and the society in which we live, if we want to maintain health, then we have to supplement. And as you said, balance is pretty complete. That's what I like about it. It's complete. It has all the nutrients we need. It's also comprehensive in the fact that the nutrients work together. And it's also congruent in the way it works with the other products that Trinot has. So it is an ideal product. It's one that we absolutely need. And it's one that we should be taking every day.
Yeah. Now, would you say, because the term multivitamin, it's so used out there, right? And people can go and pick it up at a local main grocery store, large chains of different grocery stores or different supplement locations that you can go. Would you say, Dr. Merkel, that all supplements or maybe all multivitamins or maybe everything that's with Intronaut are all products that you can go buy out there created equal? Or is there some superior, nature to our product, given what you understand and know about it?
The superior nature of balance is the fact that it is, like I said, complete. Not only that, it's comprehensive. Okay, so let's explain that a little bit. It has the vitamins and the minerals that we need in a pretty complete form, but it also has the enzymes that we need to be able to metabolize, absorb, and use those. It also has the antioxidants that we need to protect us, protect our systems from the what they call free radicals that destroy or help destroy our cells. It also has the cellular enzymes that complement and make the nutrients, the vitamins, work better in terms of their efficacy in our system. So from that standpoint, no, it's head and shoulders above anything you could get out there. Anything that has more than one, you can use the term multi. But multi, in terms of what Fernand offers, is complete.
Love it. I love it.
And comprehensive.
Perfect explanation, and I appreciate that. And again, there's a lot of synthetic-based vitamins out there, right? So can you maybe speak to some benefits of more natural or plant-based resources versus some of the synthetic resources out there that people may consider, a pill or a multivitamin or a supplement, but obviously, synthetic versus plant-based or more natural? Do you mind just kind of speaking to that for a couple minutes?
Yes. A way to explain that may help everyone understand it is a hand in a glove. Now, if you have a right hand and you have a right hand glove, there's no problem. Every time you put it on, it's going to fit. If you try to put your left hand in that glove, I can guarantee you, every time you try to put it on, it's not going to fit. So when you have products that are natural, consider them right-handed, fitting into the glove. The areas in the cells where they get absorbed, they fit. Products that are synthetic, it's like a left hand trying to fit into a right-handed glove. They really don't fit. So they really don't get absorbed. They really don't provide what people think they're getting when they take them.
That is the perfect example. I can't, man, that was beautifully said, Dr. Burkle. I love that. I've never heard it said that way. And that's a perfect takeaway for all of you associates out there, that are looking for maybe that little edge or, elevator spill around balance, that you could quickly share with a customer. What I also love that you said, Dr. Burkle, if you don't mind, you use the word enzymes and last week we talked about our life digestive enzymes and how I really have pitched our digestive enzymes life and our balance product here is that they go hand in hand because the enzymes help break down all of our foods. And then we get to kind of flood our body. Now that our body is absorbing and now that our body is properly digesting, now we get to really kind of flood our body with all of these good, wholesome, nutritional vitamins and minerals that our body's yearning for. Would you say our bodies in today's society are really yearning and wanting these maybe even more so than ever?
Yeah, they are yearning and wanting because we don't get them in our natural foods. So we are basically deficient. Every time we eat a meal without supplementing with nutrients, it's basically deficient. It's like, again, you're driving your car, and these days we don't have carburetors and all that, but in those old days, and those of you who remember, you know, if you just don't get enough oxygen, it's not going to run right. It's not going to ping right. So we need that oxygen, we need those nutrients to be there to complement our foods, and so we can get the best value, the best benefit out of them in terms of maintaining our health and obviously avoiding sickness.
Love it. Love it. Well, I know that our bodies are definitely not processed food deficient. Where our bodies are not, deficient in so many different things. I mean, our bodies have a lot of the times too much of some of the worst things or bad things that food and things offer us today. But I've always kind of said our bodies are very much vitamin deficient, like you said, or mineral deficient. And, that's why we believe in Ternat that every associate and every customer that we come across, that the odds of them being vitamin deficient or mineral deficient, would you say, Dr. Burkle, is extremely high as far as just kind of a generalization of the population? Would you say that the majority of people in your mind, would you say the majority of people are deficient?
Yeah, the majority of people are deficient, but here is the problem with that deficiency. It's not a quid pro quo. It's not deficient, and all of a sudden now you're going to feel something or a little gauge, in your car when it goes down to red, you're a little deficient in gasoline, you need to stop and fill it up. Okay, but we are not like that. So what happens is we go through a lifetime of being deficient, and then 10 years, 20 years down the road, things begin to break down. So the key is to understand the fact that there is deficiency, we are deficient, and we need to be proactive.
I love that. A lot of the times people say, right, is our health, is it an expense or an investment, right? And when you're educated on these things, I see it as a massive investment. I mean, I like to look at health a lot. I like to, exercise. I like to hopefully believe that I'm doing, good things to my body, et cetera, and those types of things. But, it's crucial. And would you say, Dr. Burkle, and I know you've seen a lot of patients, people, you've met with a lot of people, you've talked to a lot of people, obviously you've been through the education that it takes to get the degrees you have and the knowledge that you have. But would you say that health should be looked at as an investment or an expense? I mean, I believe I know what you're going to say, but I want to just kind of put an exclamation point to your
okay. So I absolutely totally agree with you that it should be an investment, but I also think we should look at it as providing insurance.
Okay.
When you take nutrients, you're providing insurance against deficiencies in the future. Make sense? So it's, no matter how you slice it, it's an investment. And health is, I always have the saying, you can't go to a store and say, you have a special on health, I just lost mine. Okay, so what you want to be doing is you want to invest in your health, and you want to insure your health in terms of what we think of health insurance is actually sickness insurance. We should be looking at nutrients as health insurance.
Love it. Again, perfect analogy, Dr. Burkle. And thank you. That's, again, ladies and gentlemen, those are huge takeaways in kind of helping relate a story or relate a situation to people that maybe have not invested in as much education. I mean, all of you in Ternat, you're surrounded by it. You live it every day. You take these products, you believe in these products, and most people just don't have the education that you have. So these little takeaways or analogies that Dr. Burkle has given you just arms you and equips you with some great things. You can go out there and be able to speak to not just health, but these particular supplements that we're talking about today. So Dr. Burkle, perfect. That was awesome. Thank you so much for that. If you don't mind, can we transition? Let's transition now to another of our highly popular products. I mean, we've hashtagged Mojo Morning, and people, they wake up and they look at these two friends. Maybe you blend them and make a mocha. Maybe you have a chocolate friend in the morning. Maybe you have a coffee friend in the morning. But Dr. Burkle, can you speak, just to kick off the Mojo conversation, what is it about Mojo that you have seen that you believe people need? Or what is it about Mojo that you believe should be a hot conversation out there with people? Could be ingredient conversation, could be the yearning for energy or healthy energy. Why is it that you believe that Mojo is a powerful daily regimen, should be added as a powerful piece of your daily regimen?
Okay, so here again, you can apply the complete, comprehensive, and congruent. Simply because for what it is used for, it's pretty complete. It's congruent in that all the ingredients work synergistically to complement what we're trying to accomplish, and it works perfectly fine with the rest of the nutrients that Trinont supplies. First of all, energy. You wake up in the morning, you need energy, or you want that burst of energy. You want to be in that good frame of mind, that good mood. That's where Mojo comes in terms of providing that. It does that by, I think, a very important nutrient in Mojo is the B3 vitamin, because that works on the brain, stimulates the fat metabolism as well. And all that works to providing one, energy in terms of physical energy, and energy in terms of mental energy, keeping you in that enhanced mood. In addition to that, there are some other benefits. It'll curb your appetite a little bit. And so it'll help you to burn calories. There's a thermogenic component to it. So in addition to all that, you can manage your weight using Mojo as well.
I love that you go to Mojo, because I know Dr. Burkle has a Caribbean background, ladies and gentlemen. So he kind of, it's funny because, anyway, I thought it was awesome. Mojo, whatever. It's just cool how you.
No matter how you tell me Mojo, Mojo is what we say back home.
Yep.
Anyway, let's stick with Mojo. And when I say Mojo, just correct me. That's that. Okay. So yeah, the other things that beneficial from Mojo is the fact that it has green tea. Green tea provides the caffeine, again, that gives us energy, and also the antioxidants that we need to protect us from the free radicals that are so prevalent in the things we eat and in the things we're exposed to in terms of the air and the other chemicals and so on. I started to talk about the fact of weight. There's MCT oil in Mojo, and that gives you a feeling of satiety, a feeling of fullness. So if you have that feeling of fullness, it's going to curb your appetite a little bit as well. And in terms of nutrition, there are good bacteria in MCT oil, and those good bacteria aid in digestion. See, they all complement, they're congruent, and they're complete. So
that's awesome. Yeah. And and we can, if you don't mind, because it's a big, what I believe is a big talking point around Mojo, and you said it amazing. And, and I take this stuff every day, Dr. Burkle. I absolutely love it. My wife, she'll wake up, and one of the first things that now her body wants is her Mojo, her drink, her cup of Mojo every single morning. And personally, we're hands-on personal big believers in Mojo for everything that you just said. And something that I wouldn't mind drilling down into, similar to kind of the balanced conversation, but there are a lot of places that people reach to these days for energy, right? You have energy drinks that are literally, I mean, that's such a monstrous monstrous industry. You've got, the synthetic approach that people go and take, which kind of gives people a rush of energy. But then what happens shortly thereafter is the crash, because it's not good, sustainable energy. So, can you kind of speak to maybe kind of that green tea or the coffee bean, some of these natural things that really Mojo should be promoted as a long-lasting, sustainable, healthier energy source than maybe some of these other kind of quicker. I took a little shot of, those little energy shots that you can get at the gas station or the convenience stores, or an energy drink. Can you kind of speak to those being, kind of going against that high and that crash that people can feel during the day, or we call it the midday crash around 1 or 2. I don't experience that anymore because, I wake up and have my Mojo, and it curbs my cravings, gives me that energy, that clarity that you were talking about as well, as far as those B vitamins as well. But can you kind of speak to, again, that synthetic versus kind of natural resource for energy?
Yeah. Well, the key here is the principle on which things are done and on which things are made. The energy drinks, the principle on which they're made is supplying energy, not necessarily nutrients.
Okay.
So we're supplying energy, we're not supplying nutrients. There is a tendency to, I lack energy, I need energy, I fix the energy component. Mojo, I lack energy, I need energy, I fix the nutrient component that supplies the energy. So one gives you instant, non-lasting energy with what you mentioned is the crash. Mm-hmm. The other one gives you sustained, complete energy that is congruent and compatible with your health, your system. That's the difference.
Love it. Again, you say it so much better than I do. So congratulations. That's anyway. It's awesome. It's awesome to hear your take on it, or your education around it. I love it. One last little piece, and we'll put a bow around this and kind of do it. Which, again, thank you so much for the information. You mentioned the MCT oil in our creamer, and we obviously sell these separately. So what I believe, again, this creamer right here, the MCT that you were talking about, and those different things, which are they're in the healthy fats category, right? And sometimes we look at fats as being different, or sometimes just the word fat freaks people out, Dr. Burkle, as you know, because it's like, why would I be putting those into my body? And can you kind of speak to healthy fats? And I know you mentioned it kind of gives you that fuller feeling, but are healthy fats good for your body? And then I want to talk about kind of, like you just said, you're getting the energy and the resources, nutrients from Mojo, but then when you combine these two, it really is such a powerful combo when you kind of put those healthier fats and that nutrition mixed with that energy and nutrients, which is why obviously we sell these as a companion. So let's talk about healthy fats for just a second, if you don't mind. What are good healthy fats for, in your body, and why can they be perceived as good, right?
Yeah. When you think of fats, lipids, those kinds of things, cholesterol, all those things, the liver makes those things. We need them. They're a part of our enzymes. And so we need them to function healthy. Where we get into trouble is, one, we eat fats that are processed, we get involved in depriving ourselves of good fats simply because of the way we've been educated. And so we throw our system off as far as that goes. Again, if we have the healthy fats, our system will combine them with what's made in the liver, and it'll complement our nutrition. Whereas if we don't, then we damage our system as far as that goes, and we deprive our system of the fats that we need to help our hearts, to help our enzymes, to help our hormones, because those are all a part of making our hormones. And we have thousands of hormones that we need to maintain our health.
Yeah, love it. And, just for all of your education, creamer, this creamer right here doesn't just have to be mixed with our Mojo coffee or chocolate. Just a couple tips from me. I put this in a lot of different, drinks. I take branched chain amino acids every single day, and I put my creamer in that drink that I shake up. You can put it in a smoothie. You can put it in a shake. You could put it in, different things. So again, from an education standpoint, I want all of you to know this is not just built to only work with this. It can be utilized in many different ways, and it can be mixed and blended with different things other than just our chocolate and coffee. Also, these can be hot or cold. We don't use the word hot chocolate, right, in any of our marketing because we don't want to just be categorized as a hot drink. You can do this iced, you can do it blended, you can do it in different ways. And I just want all of you to kind of let your imagination run. Don't think about these as only, hot drinks. You can do a lot of different things. People have been baking with our chocolate, Dr. Burkle. Can you believe that? They actually will put it as a piece in baking, and they make different, treats with it. And it's just, you guys, it's cool. So don't let yourself just be channeled into a corner or a specific box on making this as a hot drink. You can ice it, you can blend it, you can mix it, you can bake with it. And that's why we just classify it as a chocolate flavored drink, a coffee flavored drink. And then you've obviously got our creamer with all of those benefits that Dr. Burkle just talked about. So again, utilize them, find what you need, get in that daily regimen, and your team will love it. Your customers will love it. And it truly becomes a daily piece of life. And once you really stay on it and you're committed to getting your nutrition and your energy from these types of products here, you kind of get addicted to that knowledge, and you get addicted to that feeling of what it is actually doing in your body. So Dr. Burkle, you've done a phenomenal job today. And we thank you for taking the time. I know you are extremely busy and you've got a lot going on in your life and in what you do. And again, we're proud to have you a part of our advisory board. And we thank you for all the time that you give us and for the recommendation and the tips and the tricks. And again, we're just really excited about the future. So do you have any parting thoughts? I don't want to obviously box you out. Do you have any parting thoughts for our Turnot family here?
Yeah, your health is your responsibility. And again, a lot depends on how we look at it. And if you look at it, like you said, as an investment, you look at it as insurance, then all of a sudden now you are providing for your future. And if you look at it in that way and spread the word about it in that way, I think you'll go a long way in helping people to at least look at their health in a way that is constructive, in a way that is productive, and in a way that would benefit them in the long run.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much. Associate family here, tag your teams in this video. And again, get this education out. The more confident that all of your teams are in going out there and being able to speak from a very confident and knowledgeable level to customers, to future associates, it's only going to strengthen your opportunity here in Turnot even more. But just know and just get the overall vibe from our scientific advisory board that Dr. Burkle, other individuals that are on our board, they wouldn't be putting their brand and their name behind things that they can't get behind. Is that true, Dr. Burkle?
Absolutely.
So
Yes.
take that as confidence, take that as knowledge. And Dr. Burkle, thank you again, and cannot wait to do some more videos with you in the future. So we'll see you soon, and we appreciate your time.
It's always my pleasure.
Okay, bye-bye.
Goodbye.